Welcome to the very first episode of Behind the Haunt, a show where I go behind the investigations and show you guys and tell you guys exclusive information about our investigations. This is presented by Ted's Tavern, and I'm your host, Chris. Now let's get into it. Now in this episode of Behind the Haunt, we're focusing on the very first investigation I ever did. Helens Bridge in Asheville, North Carolina. Now, I grew up in that area. I'm a mountain boy. I'm from Western North Carolina. I love the mountains. And when I got into ghost hunting, it was kind of like, hey, you want to go ghost hunting? I'll buy all the stuff. And that's sort of what we did. And we knew about a place called Helens Bridge, which was located maybe 15-20 minutes from where we were, and we did this investigation a total of 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. The first time, testing out our gear. Second time, I think there was a concert going on. It just ruined all the footage. And then the third time is the investigation that we actually uploaded. Now in the video, I definitely did more coverage on the history of Helens Bridge, but the quick rundown, Helen was a lady who worked at the Zealandia estate back in like 1909. She was reportedly a real person who moved to Asheville, and county records do prove that. She worked at this estate, and there are a couple of stories, but the main one goes, she was there with her child when a fire broke out, and the fire consumed pretty much most of the estate, and it killed her child. Helen, grief-struck, she went to the bridge that led up to the estate and supposedly hung herself from the bridge. Now that led to the story, the legend of Helen at Helens Bridge. People would say that if you went up there, you could go underneath the bridge, turn your car off, and say her name 3 times. And then a ghostly handprint would appear on your windshield and your car wouldn't be able to start. Now, locally, this was more of a scary story to tell people to creep them out. You would go up there in high school with your friends once you got your driver's permit. It was just a fun thing to do in the mountains. And I did it several times with a couple different friends. We never saw the handprint. We never saw Helen, but I knew once I had acquired all my ghost hunting gear, that would be the perfect place to go. Now, a couple interesting things did happen on this investigation that I would like to talk about. The very first thing we brought up was the spirit box. In one of our first investigations, we used the spirit box, and the spirit box went and scans the radio waves. We got a response our very first time using it, and I'm going to use the word response lightly, but we asked a simple question. Helen, how do you feel about people coming to the bridge? And like I stated, locals would go up there, kids would go up there to drink, people would go up there to party, people would go up there to, spray paint, be disrespectful. So I asked in the context, how do you feel about all these people coming up here? And it goes, mad. And you could see Jeffrey, who was with me at the time of that investigation, we both looked at each other. We were not expecting any response. It was our first time using it, and it was genuinely one of the first times ghost hunting. I was surprised. We got a response. Here, let's look at it real quick.
Helen, do you like all these people coming up here? Say mad?
That's like I said mad.
Oh. Helen, do you like all these people coming up here? Say mad?
That's like I said mad.
Now, I have to stay a little objective. I can't say for certain that this is proof that Helen's spirit haunts the bridge, but it is definitely something worth considering and pretty intriguing. Now, there were a couple other moments while we were doing this investigation that I would also like to bring up. When I was walking alone by myself under the bridge, I heard a scream, a howl, a whistle of the wind. It was something that I heard with my own ears, and the camera picked it up just slightly. Jeffrey said he had also heard it, but from his camera's perspective, there was no audio pickup. But for me, it genuinely sounded like something screamed. And here's that clip.
This is definitely, this is weird. This is so scary. No, I don't know if scary is the right word. Oh, my glasses are fogging up. That's weird. I don't want to be too loud. That was scary. That was scary. I hope my camera picked that up. I'm literally covered in chills right now. You can't see because my jacket's on. Holy cow. I hope my camera picked that up. I'm so on edge right now. I just heard like a scream, maybe.
Now, in that clip, it could have been anything. We were deep in the woods. We were near a city. It could have been a tire squeal. It could have been the wind howl. It could have been a scream from an animal. I don't know, but it was one moment in the investigation that definitely scared me. Now, here's another clip where I was alone on top of the bridge investigating by myself. I was talking to Helen. I was trying to interact, and I heard like a loud thud. Here's that clip.
All right, Helen, I'm alone up here on the bridge because I sent Jeffrey away. He's doing his. What was that?
Now this thud probably was an acorn if we're trying to debunk it. And that's one of the hard things about investigating in the woods, I've come to learn, is there's so many other sounds that not everything has to immediately lead to being paranormal. Now, a couple things that we used on this investigation, I keep in my handy dandy ghost hunting kit. We have a generic EMF meter. We have the spirit box. We have a thermometer, the infrared one that shoots the laser. We have a generic voice recorder, which we did not get a single thing off of this. I have a few ideas for future investigations that I might use it for, but that's sort of the generic ghost hunting equipment we have. We have a couple side cameras. I have a very cheap camera that's infrared night vision, static cam, should not move it. Then I have my main camera that I use for most of my YouTubing, which I'll put in a full gear list here on the side and in the description below if you're interested in seeing that. And if you'd like to see a video where I go through all of my camera gear and ghost hunting gear, just comment down below and I can definitely do that. I no longer live in Western North Carolina, but that area and Helens Bridge is somewhere that will hold a special part in my soul. I'm a mountain boy at heart, very near and dear to me, and maybe down the road I'm open to reinvestigate Helens Bridge, maybe with new people, new gear, and maybe a deeper understanding of ghost hunting as a whole. I'm now located in Middle Tennessee, so if you know somewhere that's haunted, you have somewhere that's haunted, or you just want to go ghost hunting, just let me know down below in the comments. I'm open to just about anything when it comes to ghost hunting experiences. It could be, hey, this cave is haunted. Hey, this tunnel's haunted. Hey, my grandma's basement is haunted. My business is haunted. I'll come investigate it. I'm not claiming to be 100% professional ghost hunter. I just have the gear and I have the desire to do it. So if any of those opportunities intrigue you, comment down below. I'm open. Anyways, this has been the very first episode of Behind the Haunt. I am Chris, host of Ted's Tavern, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next investigation. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that usual YouTube stuff. I'll see you guys next time.